In this video, we'll be discussing the important topics of ISC 12th Mathematics for first semester board examination. We will have a look on this syllabus of mathematics. 3 units are coming in section A, that is relations and functions, algebra and calculus. Section B and section C. You can attempt any section. Now we'll discuss the important topics. Before that, I would like to give you some tips. You can revise your formulas from your notebook if you have written chapter-wise formulas. Second is you can practice PYQs, previous year questions of a board, and also refer NCERTs because it has the same pattern that is provided in boards. Third is you can join my Telegram channel to access sample question papers of MCQ, chapter-wise important questions, and handwritten notes. If you haven't joined my Telegram channel, you can find the link to it in the description box and also in the I button. I'll also add the link of important notes of mathematics and MCQs in the link of this video. So you can check the description box. You'll get study material for mathematics there. We will start with relations and functions, although you have to cover everything. But there are some questions that you will get every year. Types of relations: reflexive, symmetric, transitive, and equivalence. They may give you a definition and then ask you which relation is this. So you can study identity relation, empty relation, and universal relation. Coming to functions, revise all these types: one-to-one, many-to-one, into, onto, but you should also know the names of these functions. Like one-to-one is known as injective, then onto is known as surjective, one-one onto is known as bijective. Many questions are there on bijective functions. They'll ask you to prove bijective function, but this time there is MCQ paper, so you'll not get any proofs. There will be a question of functions, and the options will be: it is one-one function, it is an onto function, it is both one-one and onto, that is bijective function, and the last option might be none of these. Same is the case with relations. They'll give you a relation, and the options will be: it is reflexive but not symmetric, it is symmetric and reflexive but not transitive, and so on. You know, equivalence relation means when the relation is reflexive, symmetric, and transitive. You have to practice questions on finding the inverse. Like you have to put y is equal to f of x, and then you have to find the f inverse x, then f inverse y. So you know how to do that question. It's very simple. Self-inverse function will be asked, so you have to practice them also, like FOF and GOF questions. Moving to inverse trigonometric function, you have to learn all the principal values, the domain and range of sine inverse, tan inverse, and cos inverse. These are the inverse trigonometric functions that are in syllabus. You can also learn the rest of them. The conversion property and the reciprocal property, then sine inverse x plus sine inverse y, cos inverse x plus cos inverse y, tan inverse x plus tan inverse y, when xy is less than 1. This is the condition. They may ask you like tan inverse x plus tan inverse 2x is equal to 2 pi by 3 or pi by 3, whatever it is. Then you have to apply this condition to find out the answer. The values of x might be -1 and 1, but you have to satisfy this given condition, that is xy less than 1. We'll be practicing all these MCQs in the next video. Let me just take a question. Okay. Now this is the value of tan cos inverse plus tan inverse 2 by 3 is. So you can convert this cos inverse into tan inverse by conversion property, and then you can solve it by that tan inverse x plus tan inverse y formula. If you are not able to recall the formula of sine inverse x plus sine inverse y or cos inverse x plus cos inverse y, then you can easily apply tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. So tan inverse x plus tan inverse is the simplest, and it will be one of the formulas that can help you out in any inverse trigonometric question. In this case also, like when you get tan inverse x plus tan inverse y equal to 4 pi by 5, or sine inverse x plus sine inverse y equals to 4 pi by 5, the best option is to shift this to the right hand side and then apply tan on both sides. If you start solving it in the way like you'll apply the formula of tan inverse x plus tan inverse y, then it will be a little lengthy. When it comes to sine inverse x plus sine inverse y, you can shift sine inverse y on the right hand side and then solve it. You must learn the formulas of 11th class, that is the trigonometric formulas like sine a plus b, that is sine a cos b plus sine b cos a. Do not worry about this. We will be solving the MCQ of all the chapters, and I'll tell you some tricks which we can apply to find out the answer correctly. I've already made playlist of all these chapters. You can check out ISC Maths 12 playlist where you will find out all these chapters and its explanation. The link to it is in the description box. Now these formulas like 2 tan inverse x, 2 sine inverse x, 3 sine inverse x, it comes to rescue when you are solving these inverse trigonometric questions. Sometimes you might get question like 2 tan inverse x plus sine inverse x equal to pi by 3. And that time you have to convert that 2 tan inverse x into tan inverse or sine inverse, whatever the question is. So it's dependent on whatever condition you get. You have to convert it accordingly. We will be solving all these questions. Stay tuned and subscribe my channel for that. Now we will move to algebra part. Transpose of matrix, symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. You will get sum of skew, symmetric and symmetric, which you must know how to solve. Then invertible matrices, like you have to find A inverse, which is equal to adjoint of A divided by determinant of A. And adjoint of A is equal to transpose of cofactor. In determinants part, you must know how to find out determinant of 2 by 2 matrix and 3 by 3 matrix. Then minors cofactors. As I told you, symmetric and skew symmetric matrices are very important. And you should also know the condition of singular matrix and non-singular matrix. Inverse, Martin's rule. Coming to calculus part, for differentiation, you have to cover all the topics. I can't leave out anything. The most important being the substitution one. Differentiation by means of substitution, where you have to substitute the values like x equal to tan theta or x equal to cos theta. For continuity and differentiability, again, everything is important. L'Hospital's theorem, you are only getting 0 by 0 and infinity by infinity form. Other forms are not in your syllabus, so do not waste time solving them. Application of derivatives, for this you have to practice increasing, decreasing functions and then tangent and normal, their equations. For maxima and minima, you have to do stationary, turning points, absolute maxima, minima, local maxima, minima, first derivative and second derivative test, and application based on maxima and minima. You will get diagram based question. They will make a diagram and then they will ask you questions like what is the radius, if the perimeter is maximum or area is maximum. We'll be solving it in the next videos. For section B, again, I would ask you to do everything, and section C also. I think it is a limited syllabus in this part, so you can practice each and everything from section B and section C. Thank you for watching the video. If you found it helpful, please like, and you can also subscribe my channel for further updates. I'll be posting videos on MCQ for all the subjects for first semester board examination. Thank you. Have a good day.